judges to the first annual Canadian Havana Club Grand Prix cocktail competition. This is a preparatory competition for the global competition going on in Havana, Cuba. And one of these bartenders here that are competing is going to be sent to Cuba to represent Canada in this very esteemed global competition. And with me here I have Miguel. He is with Havana Club, and he is one of the organizers of the global competition in Havana, Cuba.
This is a global competition that is happening every 2 years. As part of the promotion for Havana, we are expecting around between 35-40 countries this next year, and the competition is going to be held in May next year. So we are expecting a good quality from Canada as well as from the rest of the world. So may the best prevail in here.
Okay, we're here with Ryan Powell. He is Brand Education Manager for Havana Club, and we are here at the Brooklyn, that's with 2 N's, club, witnessing this fantastic competition. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the rules of the engagement.
Well, this is, as you said, it's a Havana Club Grand Prix cocktail competition here in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. And the contestants are meant to make 3 different types of cocktails.
Right.
They're so creative, too.
They're all very creative, they are. And the bartenders here are fantastic. They're doing a great job of these cocktails, but they really need to follow 3 different rules.
Okay.
First one is it needs to be a play on a classic Cuban cocktail.
Like the Mojito or
yeah, exactly,
Cuban
but their own interpretation of that. And then the other 2 can be really, and should be more of a contemporary one, and one needs to be using Havana Club's 7-year-old, which is really like the flagship of Havana Club. It's their proudest brand. It's fantastic. Normally you drink that neat, but really looking for some nice cocktails that you could make with that. But that's really the only parameters. It's fair game for any other ingredients, just as long as you're using Havana Club rum.
And the best bartender or the best cocktail, the best bartender that creates the 3 cocktails is going to Cuba in May, right?
Exactly.
For the Grand Prix?
Exactly. This is a qualifying round for the Canadian representative to go to Havana, Cuba to compete in this global cocktail competition. It's been around for about 14 years now. It's held every 2 years.
Yes.
So it's a very traditional competition. You get about people from 40 countries from around the world all competing, doing these qualifier sessions to go in May to compete.
All right, well, Miguel, we just had 2 of the bartenders go through. And what do you think so far?
Well, it's interesting the way they are combining all the different ingredients, and they are taking these like Cuban traditional cocktails, like for example the canchanchara in the last competitor, and sort of adapting and changing a little bit the original recipe. So I'm finding this really interesting what they are doing here.
What are some of the things that you're looking for that you use to judge the cocktails?
Balance, I think, is a big issue. Can't be too much of one thing, can't be too much of another thing. Overall drinkability, maybe I like it, but what would the average person think? You gotta try and imagine what most people sitting down to a bar are going to like. And I think just as the bartender conveying a sense of pleasure and enjoyment through the process, which is difficult to do in this competition format, but they still have to kind of convince you that you're having fun and they're having fun.
Right.
How do you like having to share?
Not the first time.
Okay, thank you very much. It looks like we're ready for the next contestant.
My name's Ben Lesh. I'm editor of dailyxy.com, an online men's magazine. And I want to say thanks for having me here. It was a pleasure to be one of the judges on this panel. And everybody put in tremendous effort. There were some really interesting, innovative, creative, and delicious cocktails. So I will say, as a general note, this was not an easy decision for us to make. And certainly if we could send all of you to Cuba, we would have been thrilled to do that.
There could only be one winner, and the winner is Jordan Buschell from Versailles. And I hope I've said your name right.
Now I got them all except the $2,000 one.
Now, Graham from Now Magazine is going to talk about your personality behind the bar. But speaking about the drinks, I think we felt collectively that Breakfast Under the Sun was the strongest drink at the competition, and I really liked the attempt with the Autumn Shrub of something a little more, macho forte, and to speak to our Canadianness, I guess you could say, as well, local ingredients and that kind of thing. And anyway, I think we all felt that it was a strong collection of drinks, and if we went to a bar with that menu, we'd have a good time.
The cocktail menu as we speak.
Nice thematic link through the drinks. They all made sense. There was different properties to each one, but more than anything else, for me, is you just kept the flow going. You were talking the whole time. You did it in 7 minutes. There were no interruptions. You were very relaxed. It was, what any drunk is looking for behind a bar.